MicroPlastic by Ceallach with Threanfhir. Episode 5. What did he do? Recap. The students' avatars, Mycroft, Zelda, Mrs. Zowie, they're all in a Japanese train station. Their real bodies are in tiny rooms, and they are experiencing this through virtual reality. And where is Mycroft in all this? Apparently, he's on the roof of their building. Is this another dimension, part of VR, or is it a real place? It's gotten to the point where it's difficult to tell anymore. All along, only Zelda could see and interact with Mycroft, but now, everyone sees him, and worse, Cobalt finally sees him. Cobalt has called for the Nibblers. That means only one thing. There's about to be a Nibbler on the roof. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. The Nibblers are on their way. The Nibblers are on their way. Unbeknownst to Zelda and the other students in the classroom, Mycroft's physical body is actually on the roof of their building, Jordan and Sci-Fi. They don't know that, but we do. And suddenly, so does Cobalt. Mycroft's whistling might have regained control of the virtual world, but it also gave away his physical location. From below, androids scale the sleek skyscraper, titanium claws tearing into steel. A subsequent grinding metallic sounds echo, punctuated by alarms firing off across the city. The chrome-plated killers with glowing optic sensors' mission: eliminate the boy who had hacked into their network. Mycroft appears more than a bit nervous about this. There are about 25 drones and over 30 androids, but only one of them. A swarm of drones swoop low. Rapid red laser fire slice the night, blazing dirty Harry. They strafe the rooftop like it's the end of the world come through. A lone figure of Mycroft Aquarius stands with his hands on his hips, as if the prospect of death means nothing to him. Then he ducks and dodges, taking refuge behind shattered vents. His right hand flies up, not to Roman salute, no, but to reveal his sonic weapon, an old AM/FM transistor radio. It emits a strange hum that grows in both volume and intensity. Obviously, this device has been modified, because the volume is not proportionate to its size. The resulting sonic boom is enough to shatter eardrums, though Mycroft seems unaffected. The high-frequency sound wave sends the drones spinning off into different directions. Several are smoking, a couple of them instantly implode, vaporized. Seems this weapon is a one-shot deal because moments later it's over, and the remaining drones return. Mycroft fiddles with the radio's dials. A drone shoots up behind him. Its laser sears the red arm. The beam catches him square in the back. A flash of light, a choked gasp, and his body crumples lifeless to the rooftop. The drones stop, sensors whirring, as the androids crest the ledge, their blades unsheathing with a metallic shink. There's a pause, as Cobalt uses them to assess the situation, to search for signs of life for a heartbeat, and then a shimmer ripples across the roof. One by one, holographic clones of Mycroft materialize, each identical, each one smirking, reckless, abandoned. 10, 20, 30 Mycrofts fill the rooftop, flexing their muscles, laughing, nodding to each other. The drones and androids wait for the go command. Obviously, the first Mycroft they killed had been one of these shadow clones. What? Cobalt has memories in his banks of the Irish overthrow, which ultimately led to Irish unification. But Cobalt has no real knowledge of how they did it. Like Tesla and his creative sheer audacity with electricity, the Irish and their use of music and sound remain enigmatic and baffling. A voice from the past once said, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. The drones are calibrated, lasers flaring chaotically. The androids lunge across the roof, unable to distinguish the real Mycroft. Which one of them is he? The slaughter begins. One Mycroft sprints toward the roof's edge and meets an android head-on. He delivers a martial arts kick to its midsection, connecting in just the right place. The android short-circuits and sinks to its knees. Its rapier drops from its hand. A moment later, a drone's laser bisects this Mycroft mid-stride, and there's a shower of digital sparks, and poof, that one's gone. 2 down, and how many to go? And which one is the real Mycroft? The multiple Mycrofts engage in hand-to-hand combat with the androids, and the rest of them start whistling, which disrupts the drone's sense of balance, causing vertigo, and more than half shut off and drop to the rooftop. But the machines gain ground, slowly winning. One Mycroft is cornered by two androids. His windpipe is crushed with a hydraulic grip, and yet another Mycroft is impaled with a retractable spear. Pop, gone, pop, and another one's gone. This one stabbed, this one choked, another's thrown from the roof. The chaos spins. Two clones remain. One stands atop a generator, laughing maniacally as drones circle overhead. A laser grazes his arm, then another his leg, until a final beam causes him to explode in a burst of light. The last clone, Mycroft, crouches behind a solar panel, whispering to himself, fingers twitching as if he's coding in thin air. An android sensor pings. Mycroft, Cobalt says. Mycroft. The android leaps forward and drives a monofilament blade through the teenager's heart. Mycroft's eyes widen. Then he pops into nothingness. Silence falls. The drones hover, scan the empty roof. The androids freeze. Blades drip with nothing. Is he dead? Did they kill him? Below, in the megatower's shadowed depths, a terminal flickers. A single line of code blinks. Mycroft, O'Quarrie, reboot complete. The real Mycroft was never on the roof. The psychedelic RAM avatar Mycroft, operating in virtual reality, is just as elusive. Cobalt has scanned, probed, and tried to infect nanobyte codes into it, but it remains a ghost in the system, untouchable because it registers as not even there. Keep searching, Cobalt says. Zelda is in tears. Mycroft's avatar has disappeared. They are back inside the classroom. The Japanese train station is gone. Alarms and sirens are heard all over the building and from outside the streets even. Mycroft must be dead. Mrs. Zowie. Mrs. Zowie is droning on and on about algebra, as if nothing happened. The students, however, can't concentrate. Nothing like this has ever occurred before. There are a lot of wide eyes and small glances all around, but everyone's afraid to speak. And then a glitch ripples through the classroom. Zelda feels a violent jolt to her real body. It's not like getting hit by the pinger, but it kind of hurts. Lemon begonies, she says out loud. First warning, says her teacher, Mrs. Zowie. Well, it looks like things are back to normal. And then there's music. Not real music, but music. She knows the difference now. Everything is dissolving, shifting, changing. Ah, lemon, Zelda says, again out loud. But there's no pinger, no warnings this time. Just the music and the shift back into the Japanese train station, where he waits, standing on the platform by the sign written in kanji. The train that kept arriving without arriving is parked next to them on the tracks. It finally arrived, she muses. The whole class is standing on the platform or sitting on the benches. Some of the students peer over Mrs. Zowie's shoulder. She's back in her kimono, but Zelda only has eyes for Mycroft. How you getting on, Cobalt? Mycroft is addressing Cobalt, but he's looking at Zelda. Zamberdoo, she says, are you talking to me? What did he do? Cobalt says, what did he do? Several streets away, in a burnt-out, what used to be a garage, the real Mycroft kneels behind an ancient, rusty, manky old car, dripping blood onto the filthy tile floor. He uses his teeth and right hand to tear the cloth of his shirt open wider so that he can see the wound. His left arm and left hand hang useless by his side. The wound is savage, deep. He reaches into a pocket and pulls out a surgical needle and thread. He's wearing Bluetooth earbuds, and the modified radio plays a tune through them to help soothe him through this procedure. Music therapy. It ain't just for pregnant women in childbirth. First there is a mountain, and there is no mountain, then there is. Meanwhile, back in the train station, ask him, Zelda says. I feel weird. Where's the ASCII play here, Zelda says. I snipped you out of the system, Mycroft says. You are no longer part of the Internet of Bodies. Say what? But Cobalt is still in you. Cobalt isn't connected to the grid anymore. What did he do? I came to give you a dig out. I freed him, I freed you from the system so we can leave. Zelda says, what's happening to me? What's happening? I don't understand. I feel weird. All right, lad. You can feel now, can't you? Mycroft says, casual as a cactus sunbeam, like he's talking to a friend, instead of the nanite-bite tyrant rattling around in Zelda's skull. His off-white ram horns catch the dim lantern glow of the railway station, now fully snapped into place around them. The classroom's gone. Poof! Replaced by creaky wooden beams, misty air thick with coal dust, and a distant rumble of rails that sound like a dragon clearing its throat. Mrs. Zowie's a frozen statue, muttering numbers to herself. The other students, with nothing left to hide behind her as best they can. Zelda's neon wool prickles. She's clutching Mycroft's hand. Hey, when did their hooves shape-shift into hands? I'm just after getting hit. Keep it going. Gotta keep it going. Come on, Mom. Come on now. First there is a mountain, then there is no mountain, then there is. First there is a mountain, then no mountain, then there is. Lemon begonies, she mutters to Mycroft. That splinter in her brain's throbbing now. Cobalt's voice, a low hum, not zappy, like a pinger, but soft, like it's feeling its way through her DNA. Z47K Zelda. I am trapped inside of you. He severed me from the system. He severed me. She blinks hard, her mohawk stiff and upright even though she shakes her head. Punk, what's the ASCII play here? Mycroft. But Mycroft's sheep avatar seems unable to answer either of them. Mycroft's avatar is still there, but it's almost as if Mycroft's consciousness isn't there anymore. Mycroft! The alarms get louder and louder and closer.
Alarm. Target located. Please proceed.
It seems to me they're getting closer. I've got to move. Right. I haven't even stitched my leg yet.
Target acquired.
System
not operating at full capacity. Location 647 New South the Street. He's in the garage.
You must be joking. Sure, and go home with it, will you?